Hi, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the introductory session of Azure Developer Community. Today, we have with us Mr. Mohammad Adnan. Mohammad Adnan is a consultant, Microsoft certified trainer, YouTuber, speaker, corporate trainer, and international speaker with a depth knowledge in Microsoft technologies, Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agent, Microsoft Excel, SQL. He has 15 plus years of experience in various business domains like manufacturing, import and export, supply chain, construction, workforce management. Today he'll be speaking with us about the Power BI. So, without wasting any time, over to you, Adnan.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Oscar. Hope everybody is safe and doing well. Okay, so as Oscar has given my introduction, so can you please add my screen? Without wasting our time, we can get started with that. Yeah, thank you. So today the topic is all about the reality of bookmark in Power BI. So there are new updates also on that in Power BI, which was released last month and a month before. We'll also cover all those things. But most of the time, we make some kind of mistakes inside to that. So we'll also cover during this session. So let's get started. All right. So just a little bit about of my introduction here. So as we are presenting the bookmark here, so I had to present my introduction also using bookmark itself. So first of all is my experience is I have 15 plus years of experience in various Microsoft technologies, and also the industry experience which I have is manufacturing, import and export, supply chain, construction, workforce management, and sales and support also. So when it comes to Power BI, I have now 6 plus years of experience in Power BI so far. And apart from that, my regular experience, I have my own YouTube channel as well, which is called Taik 18, TAIK 18, which consists of almost 450 plus videos, which I am doing it from the past 2.5 years now. And it contains mainly focused on Power BI and then rest of the Power Platform. When it comes to my award and certificate, I am a Microsoft MVP data platform and the certified trainer, also data analyst from D100. And if you want to connect me through a social connect, then you can click on to these links and LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Everything is just the same name, Mohammad Adnan T. And you can also follow my YouTube channel and website if you want to. So now let's create the bookmarks, right? So this is actually this one, the sales report, which is for the adventure works cycles, right? And here I want to create few bookmarks here initially because I have not created any bookmarks so far because I want to cover it from the base. So that's the reason. So first of all, I'm just minimizing this here and we'll go to view and we have bookmark and selection pane, right? These are the two things which we need to enable in order to open up the bookmark pane and selection pane. So here we have the list of available visuals, whatever it here, even though it is few of them has named correctly what this visual exactly represent here, but few of them are not. But the good practice is we have to rename each and every visual, whatever we need to do it here. So make sure whenever you do what any kind of development, you rename all kind of your visuals. It will be helpful for us mostly when it comes to bookmarking. So now I want to add a few slices on the page. For an example, if I want to add a slicer, so this is the one, let's minimize this. Okay, I want to filter it by sales territory, which is coming from the sales territory table. All right, this is the slicer which we have, and And if you notice, this is a new format pane, which was also released, I think, in November itself. And you can get the latest version from the Power BI desktop, which is as of now, it's December 2021. So here I just need to change this setting to be show as a drop down for this, and that's it. Okay, so this one slicer is enough for now, and we can also keep the date inside to that. So here, as you can see, this is full of visuals on the page, even though it is not much here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 graphs are there, and then 4 or 5 KPIs are there. So one of the good practice is we need to keep as much as low number of visuals on the page. The 10 to 15 is okay, we can keep that. But if you're going beyond to that, then you need to rethink, redesign whatever you want to do it here on the page. Because if you have a lot, many number of visuals on this page, then it will slow down your performance, right? So that's the main focus we need to take care also on that. So I'm going to add a shape visual here, a rectangular shape here, just to create the bookmark here. So I'm placing it here, this side to this, and then expanding it to end of this line. All right, so I'm just changing the color here, which is on the shape, and then style, I need to change a different color. So I'm selecting this for now. And then I will select this and the slicer, sales territory, and also the date slicer. By selecting these three from the visual, from the canvas here, and if I open up the selection pane, then I can see these things on the top, which is selected here. So I want to group all these visuals in one page, right? So just right click here and group by here. So we are just grouped here, and I want to place it on beside each and everything here. So clicking on this shape and bringing up here. Now, if I expand this one, the shape is actually on the top. So that is the why we are not able to see these two slicers here. I just need to drag and drop the shape to the bottom so that I can able to see both of them, which is the sales territory and also the date filter. So let's just increase the font. So remove this. Yeah, I hope you can see this now. So the sales territory here, and this is the date. I just need to enable, let's format the same thing here, home and format painter and applying to this slicer. So nothing happens here. So I just need to, yeah, increase this one. So as I can't able to see the text here because of the color, I need to go to format pane, and then here on the text, I'm changing it to white. Yeah, the heading is changed here, and for this also, this can be white. Okay, as this is 9, let me just increase the size a bit here. These are all the initial setup. So I just want to cover all these things also before going in depth in the bookmark activities. So yeah, these are the things. Now the challenge is, if we use like this kind of interface, then we need to redesign everything, right? And also it will take a space from your design perspective. So for that, I am just adding a shape here so that I can show and hide using the bookmark of this filter pane. That actually saves a lot of space on your page, and also it will not load unnecessary visuals. See, whatever you want to load it initially, you will load it on whenever the user open up the report. But when it comes to filter and everything, user doesn't need actually initial step itself, right? So if you keep hide and show kind of thing on the page, then those part will not load when the page load. It will increase the performance of the report as well. So by doing that, I have this one. Now I just need two kind of icons. Just want to show and hide the shape visual, which is a slicer pane. I need to go to insert here and then add an image, which I have taken already these two images here, which is kind of this I will refer as open for the filter, and this will refer to close the filter pane. So adding this image here and just keeping it here and adding one more also across. All right. So both of them I have added here, and here this is, I just need to rename here. So double clicking on the selection pane, IMG, which is the list, show filter, and here I just want to name it img hide filter. Okay, so I want to keep this on this group itself. So I'm just dragging drop here on the selection pane just to be inside one group itself. And now I need to resize this just to fit in. Resize this a bit, and then I need to realign it here wherever I want here. So I just need this to be aligned here, and the cross can be on the end of this line. So it means it will just stay within this filter pane. So now the challenge is we need to show and hide as per the user need, right? Now comes the main part. So basically I'm just opening this selection pane and also the bookmark pane here. Okay, so this is a group one. So I can just double click here just to rename it here, filter pane. I'm just giving it name here. All right. So now inside to that, I have these many visuals here, like 2 slices and 2 image buttons here. Now I'm going to add a bookmark here, which you can open up from the view and then the bookmark. And if you add here, then it will add a new bookmark here as plain as that. So first of all, you need to select all these things here. These are the things, these are the visuals which you want to make an effect to that particular bookmark, right? So this is actually everything, right? So if you open up this one, let me zoom this. So here we have these options: update, rename, delete, group, data, display, current page, all visuals and selected visuals, right? So basically what it does. So this is the main part which I want to cover it here. Basically, here what we are doing it here is actually selected visuals. We are not using the all visuals on the page, right? So make sure you click on this option, right? Whatever the bookmark which you are applying it here, it only affects to the visuals which is being selected here. So now the tick is on selected visuals. So here we have option like data, display, and the current. So data is actually what you are filtering it on during the time of creation of the bookmark, right? It will store the image. I mean, it will store the data of the filter pane, as well as it will store the data of the slicer selection what you have done so far. So I'm just clicking it enable here, and the display is actually to view these weird visuals here, and current page is actually the page which you are right now working on. So basically the use of current page, I will cover this in a bit, and now I will keep everything the same way and clicking on update here. So the bookmark is updated here. Now I want to rename it here as show filter pane. That's it. Okay, so one more thing I missed here is actually is about this one and this. Yeah, correct. So these are the things which I need to cover. Now the thing is I need to hide all these visuals, right? For that also I need to create on this one, which is add bookmark. I can add the bookmark here, right? So a new bookmark has been added here. So now the challenge is we need to hide all these visuals. So I just want to hide all this slicer, and also image show filter. So I need to keep only this one, and I just need to hide this one and not the shape also, right? If I hide the shape, then I have left only with this option. So I just need to redesign this a bit. So what I'm thinking is I just need to realign these things, and I will assign it to right side and then place this report title on this here. And after that, I will just push it a bit on top of this one so that we can see that this consists of using this filter pane. Okay, so this is done here. And now again, we need to rename this one, double click here, and then hide filter pane. So again, it brings up everything here because of I clicked here. So now I need to click on the slicer to hide here, and also this to be hide, and image show filter to be remains, and this hide, and this to be hide. So now everything, I just need to select everything from this point to this point. And after that, I need to click on hide filter pane and click on selected visuals. and then click again here and update here. Click here and update here. That's it. So now if you see here, the page looks clear here. And what we are doing it here right now, if I click on to this one, it's not working, right? If I click here, even though I'm pressing it control here, it's not pressing here. The reason is because this image show filter is inside to this filter pen group. If I just keep this on top of this one, that it should not be under this group, whatever it here. If I do so and I click again, it's I think I missed here, so I'm selecting it again here. The bookmark is actually, we need to take care whenever we are doing it here. So again, selecting all these visuals here, and then click on update here and click on update. Oh, actually I'm clicking it here because it's actually hiding, right? So if I click on show filter pane, so it is now showing everything. And now if I click on hide filter pane on the right side on the bookmark itself, it is working fine, right? The what I missed actually is I need to assign these bookmarks to these two images which I have added here, right? So if I click on show filter again, it just loads. It just loads this one. Sorry, I clicked on this one. If I go back to this page and click on show filter pane, it loads the filter pane here. I just need to increase this a bit. All right. And if I click on hide filter pane, then it hides the filter pane here. So now the challenge is we need to add it to, if I click on this image and go to format image, and here we have option action. In action, basically I'm using an image here. Here we can see we have back, bookmark, page navigation and everything. So I'm clicking on the bookmark here, right? So here it's giving option which bookmark I need to select. So selecting this one, and here I need to select which bookmark. So actually it is the show filter pane. So I'm selecting it here. That's it. Now as I'm on the desktop, so I need to click on control plus click. If you are in Power BI service, then you can just use the click option here. So clicking here, control plus click here, then I can able to see this filter pane here. And if I click on this cross now, it will not work because I have not assigned it to any bookmark here. So selecting this cross symbol image here and going back to this action here and expanding this option. And here also we have option of bookmark. And here I need to select a new bookmark, which is hide filter pane. That's it, right? So after doing that, if I click on here, then the bookmark is hidden here. That's cool, right? So now the purpose of showing the bookmark on the page is done, and even the design perspective, nothing is changed, and also it helps in increase the performance. So this is a good way actually if you want to show and hide a kind of filter panes inside to that, right? So I can show and hide here. Now the next is actually about what we need to do here is I want to show you one thing here. I can show and hide here. Okay, now the thing is about the data. So far what we have covered here is about, we have seen about the all visual and selected visuals, right? So all visual is nothing but it's applicable to all the visuals on the page. That's it, as simple as that. So now it comes to the data part. So here I'm selecting the filters as 2011 and then to 2013. I think if you're not able to see this, it's 2011 to 2013 basically. And also in the filter pane, for an example, if I add any kind of filters here, so if I drag and drop here, because these are the things which you need to keep in mind when developing any kind of bookmark options. Bookmark seems to be easy, but it is not, it's tricky actually. So I'm just drag and drop this territory here on the right side. Okay, so I'm selecting Europe for an example, and you see all these things, all the report is being filtered to Europe. It's taking a bit time. Yeah, it's filtered to Europe, right? So now if I go back again and just clicking on this here, I just need to select this image here and also all the visuals inside to this one, right? This is the main thing. So all these things here and the image here, and clicking on this one, and by keeping this tick mark on the data and click on update. clicking here and click on update. So now I'm not doing anything. I'm just clicking on to this cross symbol here, and you see nothing happens. If I click on show bookmark options, nothing happens. If you click on the hide filter options, nothing happens. So it means this filter is not being applied when you're using it as all the page on the selected visuals, right? That's one thing. And now let's see about the changes which you are making it on the slicer itself. So for an example, if I go back to show filter pane, this brings up this one, right? And here, if I open this filter, this is still there, that Europe selection. Okay, so I just want to remove the selection for now. And if I taken this filtration and applied the new filter here on the slicers, which is again, I'm selecting it to be Europe for an example. So this filters to the Europe, right? So I'm going to select again everything as usual as before, like selecting all these shapes here and also this one, and selecting this show filter pane and keeping this data also selected visuals and click on update. Doing it one more time just to make sure everything works fine. So I'm clicking on hide filter now, right? If you see all these visuals are loading, and now you see it's just not filtered Europe, it shows everything. And if I again click on the show filter pane, and every visual is loading, and now I can see the data of it as Europe alone. The reason is because as we have used the selected visual option, right? Selected visuals option, and also the data is enabled here. So whatever the selection you have made during the creation of the bookmark or during the updation of the bookmark, it captures those informations, right? And then it applies all those information into whenever you use that same bookmark again. So that's the main logic here. And now the next thing is, I just want to remove this for an example. So let's see if I select hide filter again, because in this one itself, I can able to see all these things here, right? So I'm going to add, or not, I'm just going to click on Pacific for an example here. So if I click Pacific here, all the visuals on the page is changing it to Pacific. Even though right now I'm on hide visuals and I'm just filtering. This is a kind of filter itself, right? If you click anything on the visuals, it's a kind of filtration. So again, if I click on show filter, it just left whatever I have selected and it just show all the values at Europe here. And now you see all these other visuals are blank. The reason is because before clicking to the show filter option, I have just clicked on the Pacific at that time. So the data, the click of all the visuals, interaction between all the visuals remains as Pacific itself. Now, as I clicked on the show filter pane, the value is just changed to particular this slicer, and that is being affected on this one, but the selection what I have made is not over there. That's the reason it is not showing up here. If I click again here somewhere else, I mean on the Europe again, then it will pop up, it will load all the other things here. So this is also one of the things you need to keep in mind. And now, so we have seen about the data with the selected visuals option. And now what happens if we create at all visuals, right? So I'm just clicking on erase here and adding a new bookmark, which I am going to new as all visuals. Okay, so everything is visible here right now, and I will also revoke all this selection here. So now it is loaded completely here. So here I'm selecting this option and I'm just keeping this as all visuals, and the data is also enabled here. And also in the filter pane, I just want to make a selection here as the sales territory group, not on this visual actually, it has to be on this page to be Europe, again for example. So this filters the data entirely throughout the report, right? So if I click again here, and I'm not selecting any visuals here, here also not selecting anything because I'm selecting all visuals. So click on update here, and again click here and update. Now, just want to make sure if I click on hide filter pane, right? I'm not able to see the data here. If I click on show filter pane, I can see the Europe selection here. If I click on all visuals here, I still see Europe visuals here. So just for confusion avoiding, I'm just want to select the North America here for all visuals, and then clicking on this one and update. Select this one and update. So if I click on show filter pane here, see the data is being loaded here and it's just filtering it to show the value of Europe here, and everything here is showing as blank. The reason is because here the selection pane shows as Europe, and here the filter pane is restricting the data to show only for North America, right? So by these two confusion, the visuals is not loading up here. And again, if I click on hide filter pane, which loads actually all the data, but still the filter pane is affecting this to show only for North America. It means the filter pane is not being added here when it comes to display everything here. If I click on all visuals, then also it loads everything here. All right. So whatever the selection you are doing it here, doing the bookmark creation, everything is being captured over there. So that's also a good thing. And the next thing what we have here is the current page, right? And now the thing is what you can see as a current page. So current page is nothing but if you keep this option enable as current page, then this will act as a page navigation. That's actually the cool thing. See, if I go to this welcome page for an example, and anyhow I have done all these things with the enable of these current page options. If I click on show filter pane here, then this actually redirect it to me that particular page, and then it also shows the filter pane here. So that's the thing. Now if I do one more thing here, let me just remove this. Okay. Okay. So now if I just need to do what here without the selection of the current page here, right? So I'm just want to do it for one little thing, which is let's clear this for now. Okay, so if I add show filter pane and also hide filter pane. So I just want to click here and keep this as show itself. That is fine. I'm going to add one more bookmark here, and I want to filter it to just to show United States, right? Everything should be United States filtered here on this one. So I'm just double click here and give it a name as US. Okay, and selecting this one, and I just need to filter again here. So selecting United States here so that all the other visuals are loaded here. Yeah, it's filtered, and clicking here, and I'm just removing this current page option and selecting this. I'm just keeping the data active and also all visuals active on this one and update. So we click here and update again. That's fine. So now, and if I go to this welcome page again, and if I click on this US visual, no, I just want to click on show filter. I want to show you one thing. So if I click on show filter pane, then this filters it to Europe, right? So initially before switching it to welcome page, it was selected to United States. And now as we have clicked on the bookmark, so it is showing up everything on the Europe for this particular thing, and it has redirected to this page. Now if I come back again to welcome page, and if I click on US here, if I click on US here, it stays on this page. And if I manually go to the sales page, if I click on this one, right, it's not being applied here, but when we are in the welcome page, it's not being applied over there. It means it is not redirecting it to that page. The main purpose of using this option is the current page actually will act as a page navigation, even though we have a page navigation option separately in the buttons. But still, if you use this bookmark and enable this current page option, then this will act as a page navigation. That's also one thing. So these are the main two things which I want to show you here, is about the data and the current page. Current page actually act as a page navigation, and if you want to enable that, you can, or if you don't, then you can disable that. And the data is actually, it captures all the everything whatever you are filtering it out during the creation of the bookmark or during the updation of the bookmark. So the next thing is I want to show you about this one itself. Let's take for an example of the one which I have added here. So even though this is not related to the data, but still the purpose of why I have done this. So basically what I have done here, I just created these 4 bookmarks here: my experience, YouTube, and award and social connect. Okay, so these are the 4 things which I click here, then it will just show me everything here. It's actually, I just added a card on top of that. That's the idea behind that. And also I have this reset option. If I click here, then it is switching it back again to the selection what I have done. So this is one of the requests which is asked by many of the peoples in the community, that how I can enable that reset option. So users select something else on the report, and if they go back to the previous state, I mean the initial state, then how it can be done. Either one option is there that in Power BI service you have option that you can reset everything, or also we can give on the canvas itself one option that when user click on that button, then it will be act as a reset option, right? So if I click that, then it is refreshing, I mean it is resetting everything. So how I have done that basically. So I will also want to show you on the sales here how it can be done. So basically when I click on the sales here and click on show filter pane, this is now filtered it to sales territory. So now the idea is user selected again here to filter it, show again manually to show North America and also to Pacific. So they want to analyze these 2 things. And now they are planning to switch it back again and they want to reset everything. So for that, we need to add a reset button, right? So what it can help, this will also bookmark can help in that case. Now I'm going to add a new button here, which I will also add the shape also. Bookmark is also fine, that's no problem. And I'm going to add a blank button. Want to place it on top of this here. I can add an icon also, but right now I will just use this one. Here, title, oh, in the buttons here, and the style, we have option of text. I need to enable this and type here as reset. And also if I click here and change the font, reset. Okay, change the font to we show 15. Okay, so the default option what we have done so far is when the user click on show filter pane, initially this will load only to Europe. That's the default load. Whenever the user load the report, it will show the Europe value. And if I select anything else, then it has to reset everything to show only Europe option itself. That's the main purpose. So for that, also user doesn't need to click on this button again. If you select this one, which is a button, and then if you go to this action, turn on this action, and here also you can select as bookmark, and you can use it as show filter pane, because that's the purpose, right? It also does the same thing. So again, if a user click on this option, say for an example, if I click on North America and Pacific here, this report loads these 2. And if I again click on this button here, then anyhow, this that's the purpose actually. But as a business end user, this icon is represent to show the filter pane, right? And this icon represent to close the filter pane. That's the main purpose they will keep in mind. And also it is not a good thing that we should have to say them that this does the 2 purpose. That's not a good idea. So instead of that, we can just keep one button here, and we can assign the same bookmark to that button, so that whenever user want to do any kind of filtration they want to do, they can do it here. And if they click on the reset button again, then this is going to apply the same bookmark and it will give this filter here. Now here the thing is, for an example, if you want to show everything without any filtration, then in that case I think we have used this all visual, right? If I click on all visuals, now it is being filtered it to North America. And if I click on show filter pane, it's just being used here. Okay, now you have noticed one thing. What? The thing is, if I click on this one, filters, and remove the selection here, because I just want to enable these filtration only for the selected visuals what we have created here. And after that, what I have done, I have just added all visuals here, and in that I have just selected data and also all visuals and current page and display obviously. And after that, I just applied a filter on the filter pane, right? That's important thing. So now if I click on all visuals here, it actually captures the filter pane value also. The thing is, only if we select this to be all visuals, it is selecting this, the filter pane selection also. But again, if I click on the show filter pane value, so let's avoid all this thing. Let's create one more thing here, one bookmark here, just to avoid confusion. So clicking on here, selecting all everything for this, and this is resetting everything. And now reset. So select this here, all visuals, data, and update. All visuals, data, and update. And also for this one reset button, I'm changing the bookmark here to show only the reset option. So here I need to rename this actually. This has to be reset sales. Okay, so if I click here, then it's not coming up here. If I just click on some buttons again, and if I come back here and open this format pane, here action and bookmark, here reset sales. Okay, so here if I select on the reset sales, for example, if I first click on the show filter, let's go one by one from the beginning, just a quick roundup. So if I select show filter pane, it is filtering it to Europe. Okay, if I click on reset here, then this just gives me everything without any filtration. Okay, if I click on all visuals, then this just gives me for North America. So just for you to understand correctly, America. Okay, so here all visuals North America, and if I click on reset sales, it just gives me everything. Again, doing it one more thing. Reset sales gives me everything without any filtration on the filter pane, even on the slicer. And all visuals North America, this gives me the filtration on the filter pane, and North America and everything is also for all visuals. Now, by just keeping this active, and if I again click on show filter pane, which we have filtered it only for this selected filter pane and the selection of Europe here, because of that, it is not showing any value. The reason is, if you open this filter pane, on the page here, it still applies the filtration of on this page as North America. The reason is because we have selected this all visual North America, and that is the reason. If I click on reset sales here, then this applies the filter for this one, and it removes all the filter. And if I again click on show filter pane, then this gives me exactly what we are expecting here. So this is a tricky, right? So the main take from this video is actually about, if you enable this data and if you enable this all visuals, then it is affecting the slicer, it is affecting everything on the canvas, and also it is affecting the filter pane, right? If you want to apply the filter pane, then you have to select all visuals, right? And if you want to make only the selected visuals, then you need to click on the selected visuals part, and then you can make all these changes here. And for the current page option, if you are using a current page, then it will act as a page navigation. And if you're not, then it will not act as a page navigation. So these are the things. Actually, I want to show you one more thing actually. So let me go back to this itself. So here I just added a grouping here, right? So how I have done here is basically, if you select multiple bookmark here and then right click, there you have this option of group option. So this is where you can group those bookmarks here. So basically, I have just added all these four visuals, I mean, all these four options and add up here because the new navigation pane, I mean, the new bookmark pane, which you can add up here in the buttons and navigator. And here you have bookmark navigator. So if you click here, then initially it will load everything here. And if I go to this bookmark option here, then here it says bookmark all, like, or it can have an option of bookmark intro, but I can't able to see rest of the other bookmark which I have created. The reason is because it just shows as only the bookmark which is being grouped together. So if I want to combine, show this also over there, then I need to select all these visuals here. Selecting, actually it's not selecting, so that you need to click on the name here and then click on control click and control click here, and then right click here. I am not able to add a group here, so somehow, so if I click here, again doing it from the beginning, so selecting this, and if I right click here, now I can see group here, selecting the group and double click here, show as says group, right? So it has added here. Now I can expand this one, and if I just want the US to be inside to that, I am just drag and drop all this thing here. So now all these things here. So moving on to this one, the intro page, which I have added here, which is, it shows everything here, right? If I click here and open the bookmark again, if I click on this here, now I can see two things. One is the intro and the other is sales group. If I click on the sales group, then this will just give me the available bookmark inside to the sales group. So let me cut this actually because it doesn't require here. I just need to be add up here on this page. So let me hide this and adding this here. What is that? Let's add a new one here. Okay, here is the one. I just want to bring it on the top here. All right, so let's minimize this for now, just for this demo purpose. Okay, so these are the four things which I have here, right? So now if I enable again the bookmark, we have multiple options, like we can change the layout how you want, like if you want to arrow or if you want to use in this way, then it has a nice information that you can change everything as per our need. So here, and also the one which we have it here is the rotation. However you want to rotate, you can also rotate that option, and the style of how you want to make and look and feel of it. And the good thing of the new navigation pane is you don't need to scroll, keep on scrolling for everything. You can just stay selected of the state here, and then you can change whatever you want to do it here. So the default is this one, this is a font color and this is a background color and everything. And when the user selected this one, and what is the color of it, the font color is white, like this. If you see here, the hide filter pane is the black background and white font color. So that's the thing. And the grid layout is how you want to align this one, horizontal or vertical, and also about the padding of how many columns you need and how many space between these two and everything. So click on vertical and grid, also we have option how many columns and rows you need here, everything that's you can do it here. I'm just going it a bit faster for this one because I want to show you one more thing in the interest of time. And here we have option of allow deselection. There, if you enable this option, then we can deselect this visual. Like initially, if you want to load something else, and then you want to show that bookmark pane, that is, I mean, you want to user to click on the bookmark. That's the reason behind it. So here at the launch of the deselection, what it needs to be done, I just want to apply the reset sales options. See, if I click on again on this bookmark, then it resets everything. If I click here, allow deselection, yeah, I need to enable here. Now, maybe they're still in preview, right? The new format navigation is still they are working on. So I just turn off and then turn on again. Now I can able to show all these things here. So here, if I click on hide filter pane, then the filter pane is being hide here. And if I again click on the same thing, it loads up here. And if I click on the show filter, it's showing up here. And if I click on US option, then this gives me only the US option here. And if I click on all visuals North America, then this filters to North America alone, and you can see everything here. Again, if I click on US here, Then this will work actually because we are still in North America and this still works. And if I click on all visuals here, and if I click on show filter pane, then this is not working. Yeah, that is fine. So make sure you work all these changes here. And if I go back again, the bookmark and here. So basically what it does is actually, if whenever you want to load the page initially, you want to apply a reset filter, which is here, and launch on deselection. So when click on again the two times, maybe I think this will work only in Power BI service. Yeah, now it works. So on the launch of this one, it just has to reset this option. It means it will call the reset bookmark whenever we want to deselect from the selection what we have done on the selection pane, on the bookmark pane. So just want to make sure again, if I click on US here, this is being filtered to US itself, right? If I again click on the US here, then this just gives me everything. It means the bookmark which I have selected as US, it is being revoked here. So we don't need to keep the reset slicer in that case, we can say, if you want to revoke the selection what we have done so far. But this is a kind of different use case. And the one which you discussed here as a show height of the filter pane, that's a different use case. So as per your need, you can apply these logics here. If you want to show this kind of thing, then you need to keep that as different button, show hide and filter pane. And if you want to do it on the canvas itself so that user can make those selections whatever you want to do here, in that case you can use this option as deselection. But for both the cases, you need to create bookmarks, you need to create the reset options. So these are the things which I want to discuss about this, about the bookmarks and how it is and what's the reality inside to that. So I have seen most of the people are confused about this thing, the data and selected visuals, all visuals and current page. So now we have still 12 minutes left. So I'm open to any kind of questions if it is there. So you can post your questions if you have anything on the comments on the chat so that I can answer you if required.
So, Adnan, there's one question as to which platform are you working on right now?
Okay. So basically, this is on the sales domain, you can say, and it's being done for Power BI itself, sales analytics, you can say.
Sure. Is there any other questions? If you have any questions, you can put it on the comment section, and Adnan is here to answer your queries.
Yeah. So I can see one question here. Well explained, sir. Please, one more video regarding debugging, and I can't see the rest of the text here. Okay. Thank you for bringing up, Azhar. So thank you for that, Rak Daddy. So if you're talking about the debugging kind of thing, which is you want to debug about the DAX, I believe that's what you're referring to. So I can make a video out of it in future sessions here. And just for you to understand about what it is actually, how you can be done is basically you can done it using DAX Studio. That's actually a free tool. There you can make use of that, and also we can split the DAX query what we are returning it here based using either during the variable conditions. If you don't have DAX Studio, then you need to split your DAX queries using the variables, and then you need to take the result out of it. Then only you can do that. But the DAX Studio usage is the ideal solution. You can make use of it. That's a brilliant tool, which is an open source free tool. You can get it from the website itself. Any questions more? So Sanjay Kumar, can we group partner bookmark? Can we group partner bookmark? Partner bookmark. If I correctly understood, we can group the bookmarks here. That's how I can show up here. Like if you select this bookmark and then if you right click here, then you have option to group and ungroup. You can do that option. Any questions more? So regarding debugging DAX and use case, which is help us in project. Okay, then if I get a chance, then I will make a video out of it in my channel, or if I get back to this one again or anywhere else, again I will try to take this topic as how we can debug the DAX options. That's a good one. Thank you. Any other questions if you have?
I guess there are no more questions now.
Okay, that's good.
So,
All right
thank you
then.
for a wonderful session, Adnan.
Thank
It
you very
was
much
really
for having
insightful.
me, and it's a great to be present here as the first time I'm presenting it here. If I get a chance, then definitely I will come back again. And the whole process is smooth. And thanks for having me. And thank you everyone who has joined the session. Have a good day and have a great weekend. Thank
Thank you
you.
so
Bye.
much. It was great to host you, and we'd love to host you again.
Thank you. Bye.
And thank you everyone for joining the session. I hope you have learned something today. So don't forget to join the Discord channel. We will be posting the Discord link in the comments now. Thank you and have a good day.